Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to show you a cool project I have been working on using Langchain and OpenAI's API. In this video, we are going to discuss about what Langchain is, why we need it, how it simplifies working with different large language models or LLMs. Before we deep dive into it, let's look at the demo part first. Demo. So this is a simple web page where you are allowed to select pick up a domain. So I'll just select education as a domain, and then what it does is it provides a startup name and startup description. So behind the scenes, it will actually invoke OpenAI's APIs and provides a response in the on this web page. So, is this something we can't achieve using ChatGPT? Definitely, yes. We can achieve it using ChatGPT. But the intent here is what if here I am just having two questions. One is for to get the startup name, and the other is for to get the startup description. What if I have hundreds of questions and each of them are interlinked? Meaning, first question's answer is input for second question and so on. That way it becomes more complex to have more questions in the chat gpt and get answers. This way it is more user intuitive, and also it makes users experience easy. This is one of the benefits of using langchain, but I will explain more about LangChain once we deep dive into LangChain and different concepts. Before we understand what is LangChain, we need to understand what are LLMs, large language models. Is a type of AI model trained on massive amounts of text data. So it basically performs tasks like text generation, translation, summarization. So using its understanding of human language, that's how it is able to respond back to questions once we ask on ChatGPT. So coming back to example of ChatGPT, the UI where you actually put your question is an application. That's the application is ChatGPT, and behind the scene, it actually uses various LLMs. If you have heard, those are GPT 3.5, GPT 4, and recently Meta's Llama and Google's Palm, PALM. Those are various LLMs. So when I say LLMs, these are actually models running on data centers consisting of powerful clusters of GPUs and CPUs. So to summarize, LLM is basically a AI model trained on massive amounts of text data, and these are hosted on some physical servers with powerful GPUs and CPUs. And coming back to our Langchain, so Langchain is a framework designed to build application on top of large language models. So it's a framework which helps developers to connect to various LLMs. So as we know, we have various LLMs in the market: GPT 3.4, GPT 4, Google's Palm, Meta's Llama, and so on. So these frameworks allow you to plug and play with various LLMs depending upon your use case for your application. Definition: a framework designed to simplify applications that leverage large language models like OpenAI's GPT, Google's Palm, Meta's Llama, and other. Langchain internally uses various concepts like prompt template, LLM chain, sequential chain, and there are various other things. But here in this project, I have used these things. So we'll discuss once we go over the code. Let's go over the code. So I was using EC2 machine where I have been running this. So I'll explain each of them. So this is a directory where I have all my uh, necessary scripts. So the similarity, as I was mentioning, so main.py is the one where we have Streamlit running. So Streamlit is basically a Python library that allows you to create interactive web applications with minimal effort. So if you see all these things, you must be seeing on the web page as well. Startup idea generator and the domains, which was a sidebar, and then startup name, startup description. All these things are here. Yeah, since I stopped it, it was throwing error. But yeah, that's the basic idea. And the main logic of the Langchain is embedded in Langchain helper.py, so which I am referring here. So let's go to Langchain. So as I was mentioning, this particular Langchain helper.py has all the brain of the project. If you see, I'm trying to use Langchain community LLM, and which is OpenAI LLM in my case. And coming to these concepts, prompt template, LLM chain, sequential chain, let's discuss one by one. So if you see prompt template is basically to create dynamic prompts for LLM. So if you see the snippet here, this is the prompt template where input variable is domain. As I was mentioning, the domain is different industries like health, finance, education, real estate, those things. And this is the templating structure here. So once you select any of those drop downs, it will actually embedded here and then provides this particular prompt is sent to LLM. That's how it works. And the next is LLM chain. So LLM chain is basically an operation that interacts with LLM. So it combines both prompt template and LLM. So if you see, this is the prompt template I am giving, and then this is the LLM, and the output is startup name. So which I will be using in my next prompt template. So if you see, startup name is output for first prompt template and input for second prompt template. So similarly, this is other prompt template, and again this is again different second. LLM chain, and from second LLM chain I am getting startup items, which is nothing but startup description. I just named it that way. And then we have sequential chain. So sequential chain is nothing but, as I mentioned, the output of one chain becomes input for next. So that is where we are actually providing that syntax here, and so that it understands. So this is the overall high level script which actually invokes. So if you wanted to run the Streamlit, you can just do Streamlit run main.py. It actually provides couple of options to get from the local URL and the network URL and external URL. In my case, as I am using EC2 machine, I have an public IP. So I am actually opening it from the browser. Once you reload, it actually generates. The other part which I forgot to discuss is about the API key. So if you see, I don't want to expose this API key, but if you open VI Langchain.helper, if you see, I am using a OpenAI underscore key as my variable. So this variable is where I have my OpenAI API token. So which you can generate from this particular screen. That's okay, it's been shown, but I can delete it once we are done with this demo. So you can go to platform openai.com, and then here you can under your profile you can generate this API key and then paste under your secrets. So here you can paste it, and that's how your program is able to communicate with OpenAI's APIs.